Good evening, good evening, my people. Good afternoon, good morning, whichever part of the world you are. Wagwan, watagwan, man. What's up? What's going on? As you know, this is your cooking girl Denise about to do up a little cooking. Of course, we have leftovers in the fridge, but who want leftovers after a while? You just want to give the leftovers a break. Of course, you just want to have it sometimes one or two times, and then what's left remain in the freezer until you actually feel for it another time. So as you can see right here, I'm about to start cooking up some cornmeal dumpling. I want to see the cornmeal in the white flour right there. So yes, I love my Grace cornmeal. I love my Grace products, as you all know. um, I use a lot of Grace products, and of course my sea salt. I'll be, putting at least half a spoonful of salt into my flour and cornmeal. And of course, as you can see here, this is my already sauteed chicken, already marinated chicken, froze it since last week. And of course, I'm gonna chop it up into smaller sizes for my stewed chicken. Of course, I'll be adding a little more season to this. Probably had a little browning, of course, to give it a little color. But of course, I'll be doing some spicy stewed chicken with some, of course, cornmeal dumpling with of course 2 fingers of bananas. Of course, that's what I fell for, and that's what I'll be preparing for dinner this evening. What do you know about cornmeal dumpling, man, and the stewed chicken with 2 soft boiled green bananas? Oh my God, I can't wait to have this. My mouth is already watering, and I have not started as yet. But of course, join me as I prepare my simply Jamaican dish. A lot of us are familiar with this. Of course, just watch me as I cook. So yes, guys, so I've chopped up my chicken in smaller sizes, because your stew chicken, you want your stew chicken to be in small pieces. That's how I do my stew chicken. If you want to cut up your stew chicken a little bigger, that's up to you. But as you can see, I'm going to put like at least a 1/4 teaspoon of black pepper on my chicken. I did season it with a little. I normally pre-season my meat, of course, with a little bit of everything. And then I had seasons on the day of cooking, of course. And as you can see here, my 1/2 teaspoon of browning. You just need a little browning just to change the color, somewhat, so it's not that white. Not that white, because you're just gonna stew it down. It will be making its own color, but you just need a little dark, a little color, if you know what I'm saying, to make this into a more colorful stew chicken, of course. So of course, I'll be rubbing in my chicken. Yes, guys, so I've rubbed in my chicken. As you can see, the color, the color has changed. It's a little browner now. So, of course, when you cook it, it's going to give it that beautiful goldish color when it's finished cooking. Of course, I'm going to put my oil in my pot. Of course, you can see my pot is ready. It's going to add my little oil to the pot. And, of course, I'll be starting my I'll be starting my stew chicken. We call it the stew chicken. Right, so when you're stewing, you don't want to add too much oil. You just need a little, at least 1/2 teaspoon of oil. See, as you can see here, just to, of course, grease your pot. That's all you need. Too much oil is not good for none of us, so you want to always be cautious of how much oil you're using. We're not frying chicken. We're not doing any deep fry, and I really do deep fry too, because that's too much oil. I usually fry naturally with the oil, turn my meat and so on. This is stew chicken, of course, and if it was curry also, you just need to grease your pot a little, and of course then you light your stove, and then of course you put your chicken in. Once it's hot, you put your chicken in. All right, guys. All right. So you can see here, my oil is getting heated. You can see the sides of the pot, changing color, so it's now time to enter your meat. So of course, I'll be pouring in my chicken. See that? Yeah, man. And of course, as this is like halfway or 3/4 way cook, I'll be adding more seasons. I'll be adding of course, my herbs, my scallions, that's my green onions, my thyme. I'll be adding a little garlic to cook, along while this cooks. So of course, this is the color. As we started, of course, stew chicken may takes about 40 to 45 minutes to cook. You don't want it to be overcooked neither. You just want it to be cooking up where it's slightly falling off the bone, of course. So this is my stewed chicken. All right, guys, so my oil is hot. I'm now putting my chicken, of course. And as we progress, I will be adding more herbs. I'll be adding my green onions, more thyme. I already have blended herbs in this because I use that to marinate the chicken initially, of course. But as we, you know, like maybe halfway or 3/4 way from cooking, of course, we'll be adding more herbs like your tomato, your bell peppers, your onion, your green onions, your thyme. Maybe more pepper, of course, depending on how this tastes, because you know we love our spice. So as you can see, stewed chicken is about to start cooking. Of course, I can't wait for this to be ready. You know, you want to know about stewed chicken gravy with a nice soft boiled bananas and your cornmeal whichever dumpling. Anyway, watch me while I prepare this. So yes, guys, I'm gonna do my second turn. I give it one stir. It's gonna be my second stirring. As you can see, start cooking just a little bit. You know, that's how your gravy is formed. Okay, so you don't want to boil your meat. You do it like this. You stir as it makes its own gravy, and of course, when you see that it starts maybe sticking too much, then you can add, you know, a 1/4 cup of water. Just a 1/4 cup of water, of course, to cook it down. Look at this. It's already getting tender, guys. If you ever smell the aroma, I'm gonna add about 4 cloves of garlic to it now, so the garlic can, you know, cook with the chicken. Of course, when I add that first 1/4 cup of water. All right, my people. So now we're gonna check on our chicken and see how well is it doing. Let's see if it's sticky, because you don't want it to burn. And you can see, yes, it starts sticking now. So you know, you have gravy. This is what causes your best gravy, of course. So at this point now, of course, I will be adding my. You don't have too much oil. This oil is sufficient to prepare the chicken, because you know the chicken already has fat on it. So using a lot of oil plus the oil that's on the chicken, that's too much oil, and you don't want to be having too much oil in your system. So of course I've been now adding my water, because now the chicken starts. So this is the bowl, you know, that the chicken was in, of course. So you just add your water to it, with all those, you know, supplements in it. And of course you can see my cloves of garlic. I'm gonna add this. So let me add this to my pot. Of course, so you don't want to have too much. You just add a little of water as you go along. Don't fill your pot of water, because you're not making soup. You understand? You want your meat to be as tender and your gravy to be as rich as possible when you're done. Right, so while chicken over there is a bubble, see that? Guys, you want to smell the aroma. Oh my god. And then dumpling over here start bubble. I mean, 4 dumplings so far. I'll be putting in the rest. Oh my god. You know, can't wait. Yeah man, I have my bananas. The bananas are very soft, so I'm going to put them in lastly after the dumplings. And of course, why the chicken over here is a bubble, and I'm going with a bag of things. Yeah man. Okay guys, I just stir my bananas, see the top and bottom. So of course I've been washing my bananas, you know, properly. I cook my bananas in the skins. I don't peel my bananas. That was back home days. We used to peel bananas. You know, girl don't want to mess up our nails, of course. And bananas easy to cook. So when you cook it in the skin is the best for it. Alright, so put the bananas now into my pot. I just need 2. See? Let me see if I can share some of the. Yeah man, I can get food. Yeah, I have enough food for everybody. Yeah man, so it's dumpling or bubble. Oh, you know what I forgot to put in this? I put salt, a little salt, but I didn't put any oil. Banana skin cause it to be hot, so I'm gonna put a little oil in it to avoid my dumplings getting dark and the water getting dark. You're always gonna add a little oil to your water. Okay, so guys, water boil out, so you know this ready for another half a cup of water again. So as I said, you add your water as you go along. You don't want to over flood your meat with water. You're not making soup. So I'll be adding a little more water to continue cooking my chicken. It's okay. Yeah, man, it's that one. Yes, guys, this is what I told you about the banana. See, that's already is mashing out, so they're easily cooked. So I put them in last. I turn my stove down, leave it on low, because chicken still over here not fully ready yet. Leave it another 15 minutes. Of course, the pot is ready. I like my food hot from the stove. I eat from the stove. I'm sorry, who knows me? I eat from the stove to my plate to dining. So yes, I turn the stove low, put it on the extra low, so you know this will just stay warm. I'm gonna put it in the back burner where the flame is lighter, just to keep it warm until my chicken is ready. Because as you know, my food is easier to cook than the meat. So I'm just waiting for the meat to finish cooking about 15 minutes. All right, guys. All right. Okay then. So as you can see, chicken is like you know, 3/4 way cooked already. So we have quarter way to finish cooking. Of course, as you can see here, I have my chopped herbs, I cut my tomatoes and my bell pepper separately. Here you have my pepper. Of course, I had a four more cloves of garlic, a stalk of green onions, and of course a medium-sized onion, which I'll be inputting into my chicken. But I'll be putting this first. Right. Yes, we're gonna stir that in. And oh my god, this aroma. Guys, I had another pepper. Yeah, that's so much I love pepper. It's not blended. See, it already have pepper and everything in it. So I added another pepper because you know most of us love sweet chicken pepper. If you don't like pepper, you don't have to have pepper, or you can have just a small piece of pepper for taste. But yes, guys, of course, I'll be adding also chocho, if we call it coyet here. Yeah, I'll be having a chocho. I usually had my chocho last, or we call it coyet, however you pronounce it. We call it chocho. Yeah, we call it a chocho. So I'll be having that lastly. So I'm gonna have this simmer down a little bit so that the seasons marinate in the chicken. Then about 5 minutes after, I'll be adding my bell pepper and tomato, and then right after I'll be adding my chocho. All right, so it's 5 minutes since I've added my herbs, so now I'm gonna add my into that. Of course, we're gonna stir it in, and of course, this is my last water that I'll be adding for my stew chicken. 1/4 cup of water. Of course, we're on our final lap. So we want to prepare for our gravy to eat our cornmeal dumpling. I don't know about cornmeal dumpling, man. This is oh my god, this aroma. And I have also squeezed my lime juice. You know, it's lime helps to cut away any type of rawness. I wash my meat with lemon and salt, and even when I'm cooking, I squeeze a little more lime in it, you know, so that when we're eating our food, we're not getting any type of raw meat smell coming up in our nostril or anything of that sort. That can be a turn off for me. So if you're gonna cook and give me food, make sure you wash it with lime and salt, or at least lime. That helps to get rid of any type of rawness. So guys, as you can see here, I added my chocho, and of course chocho, look at the gravy, see? Gravy is almost, so we all are like maybe 5 minutes away from finishing up right here. Don't look on this guy. But before I even dish my food, let me remind you, remember to subscribe.